Managing your finances as a student is challenging. We are constantly trying to make the best choices with our limited budgets. Hi, I'm Alex Rich, 2024 to 2025 president of Yale's Graduate and Professional Student Senate. I'm excited to introduce this video series aimed at helping our graduate and professional community, and anyone else who might be tuning in, to shop and eat affordably and nutritiously. According to a data report the Senate conducted in 2024, an estimated 30% of Yale's graduate and professional students experience food insecurity. This is a rate over twice the national average. It's a statistic that we as a community cannot ignore. To address this issue, we've been working closely with administrators over the past year, and we remain dedicated to advocating for structural changes that will ensure all students have consistent access to nutritious, affordable food. While these efforts are ongoing, we want to offer tangible support to you right now. That's why we've collaborated with Dr. Nate Wood, Assistant Professor and Director of Culinary Medicine at the Yale School of Medicine, to create this video series on affordable cooking. We want to provide you with practical tips, recipes, and strategies to make nutritious meals without breaking the bank. Nate will show you how to get the most bang for your buck at the grocery store, prepare meals that are efficient and fun to cook, and make the most of what you have in your kitchen. Our goal is to empower you with the tools and knowledge you need to nourish yourself amidst the craziness that is academic life. We're thrilled you're joining us.
Hi everyone, my name's Nate. I'm an assistant professor of medicine at the Yale School of Medicine and our director of culinary medicine here. And today we're going to be talking about low-cost, high-nutrition eating. So this is something I think a lot of us probably could use some help with, right? To eat something that is delicious and nutritious and easy to make and doesn't cost very much. That's a hard combo to hit, but we're going to do our best in this series of videos to do just that. So before we get started, I want to tell you just a little bit about myself. So you're like, who is this guy and why does he care about healthy, delicious, nutritious food? I always tell people that I grew up, my favorite hobby has always been eating. Maybe some of you can relate to that as well. I was in the kitchen from a very young age, as you can see by that photo here of me making a bagel at age 3 or so. My mom always tells the story that she woke up and just saw me doing this and said, I got to get my camera. This is too good. So I've been cooking and eating for a very long time. Decided to become a doctor after I broke my leg playing soccer in 8th grade. Decided I wanted to become a chef once I got to medical school and realized that we were learning a lot about diet-sensitive diseases, but we were learning very little about how to treat and prevent those diseases using diet. So I ended up taking a year off from medical school after my 3rd year, going to culinary school, which you see some fun photos of there. And then I came back to finish up my last year of medical school before continuing on with my training. It was in my medical school years that I discovered the field of culinary medicine. Culinary medicine is where we teach people to cook healthy, delicious, nutritious food, like the foods we're going to be talking about in this series of videos, with the goal of them to improve their health through cooking these foods at home. So you can see a couple of photos there. I taught culinary medicine classes and have been for the past decade. I started when I was in medical school in Detroit, teaching classes in the community and to fellow medical students. And now I stand here today as the Director of Culinary Medicine at the Irving and Alice Brown Teaching Kitchen at Yale New Haven Health. So if this all sounds like a 10-year dream come true to you, believe me, that's how I feel too. So what are our motivations in this series of videos? Well, I know that there are high rates of food insecurity among graduate and professional students. And so if you're a graduate or professional student watching this, my goal is to help you eat more nutritious food, understanding the many, many limits that you have. Those include not only access to food, but time. All of us probably feel like we don't have enough time. What about money? Who here has enough money to spend on all the groceries that they would like to purchase? Sometimes we just don't have the mental or the physical capacity, right? Either we are just so spent, whether it's physically or mentally, it's really a struggle at the end of our workday or our long day of studying or our long day in the lab to figure out what to put together that's going to be healthy, delicious, nutritious, and is not going to take a lot of physical or mental energy. So with all of these barriers, like myself included, we perhaps don't have the most ideal eating habits. Often there's a lack of nutrition knowledge and culinary skills that contributes to this. Perhaps we feel confused by what is and what isn't nutritious, or like we don't have the skills necessary to produce healthy foods. So we're going to address those today, but we also want to have fun, right? So cooking and eating healthy food, I promise, can be not only delicious, but also fun. So those are our motivations, but specifically, how are we going to tackle this big problem? Our goal is that first, we'll learn what a healthy meal looks like. Then we're going to learn how to find some healthy recipes. We're going to plan out our meals for the week, make a grocery list, shop savvily at the grocery store. That is an adverb. We're going to cook with confidence. And then this will lead to us eating foods that are not only affordable, but also quick and easy to prepare, nutritious, and the delicious. And then in the end, we want these eating patterns to be both sustainable and enjoyable. So there's a lot that we're going to be working on here, but I promise we're going to break it down video by video, step by step, and make it easy for you to implement in your home kitchen. So with that, let's switch in the next video to covering some nutrition basics.